It's winter in Kolkata, and the city is buzzing. Think theatre, art shows, book fairs, and of course, outings to Victoria Memorial. But if there is one true star of a Bengali winter, it's Nolen Gur. Known as winter's golden elixir, this natural sweetener, tapped from date palms, has a smoky, rich sweetness that's worlds apart from regular sugar. Bengalis wait all year for its short season, just 70 to 90 days, depending on the winter.
Today, we are going to take you on a journey to the rural parts of Bengal to see how the gur is produced by skilled shuilis who tap the date palm trees at a precise time of the day, and how the sap is collected and transformed into this cup of liquid gold.
Nolen Gur, or New Jaggery, is a winter treasure. The guardians of this tradition are the shuilis, expert tree climbers from the Shiuli or Gachia community. For generations, they have tapped these palms at night, collecting the sap that will slowly transform into the rich caramel-like jaggery loved across Bengal. Each evening, the shuilis climb the tall palms, often with nothing but a rope or chain for support. With careful strokes of a sickle, they reveal the kernel beneath the bark. A slender bamboo pipe, the knoll, carries the sap into an earthen pot, dripping steadily throughout the night. By dawn, the pot must be brought down swiftly. The sap warms and ferments quickly into tari if delayed. The cut itself is an art. Too shallow, no sap flows. Too deep, and the tree suffers. The sap is then slowly boiled for 4 to 5 hours, judging the perfect moment by its color and thickness. From this careful process emerges the jaggery so prized in Bengal.
আমার নাম রণজিৎ প্রামাণিক। আমার এই কাজটা শিখেছি আমার বাবার কাছ থেকে। বাড়ি খেজুরি, পূর্ব মেদিনীপুর। আমি এখানটায় এসেছি 18 বছর হয়ে গেল। এখানটা কত বছর আসবো তার কোনো মানে ইয়ে নেই। আমি যতকাল বেঁচে থাকবো আমি এখানটায় আসবো ততকাল। এখানটায় পাকা থাকবো 4 মাস। এখানটায় ছেলে এসছি, স্ত্রী এসছে। দুপুর 1:30 থেকে ভোর 5টা অবধি বাঁধা থাকবে। 5টা সম থেকে খোলা চালু হয়ে যাবে। দিনে গুড় তৈরি হয় 26 কিলো 27 কিলো। আমার কাছে গাছ আছে 154 পিস। আমি টাকা দেই, কেউ টাকা নেয়, নচেত কেউ গুড় খায়।
From the palms and hearts, Nolen Gur makes its way to the Mishti Dokan of Kolkata, where shop displays are taken over by creations steeped in its rich caramel-like sweetness. Deeply rooted in Bengali heritage, Nolen Gur is the star of winter treats, from pithe and payesh to GI-tag classics like rosogollas infused with its aroma and a variety of Nolen Gured shondesh. In many ways, the gur and the sweets it inspires aren't just desserts. They are a reflection of the Bengali love for seasonal flavors, a celebration of winter on the plate.
First of all, being a Bengali, I am fond of, the sweets. And at this time of the year, we know that gur is a specialty which is available in stores. It is kind of coming back to my roots and identifying with my, my connection with Bengal. So definitely, Nolen Gur is something which is, ingrained in my palate.
Every winter, Kolkata's markets come alive with Nolen Gur. It appears in two forms, Jhola Gur the liquid, and Patali, solid crystallized blocks, each used in a variety of traditional ways. The Gur takes center stage during Posh Sankranti, when it's transformed into sweets that celebrate community, tradition, and the rhythm of Bengali life. At Jogai Sharkar's shop in Lake Market, Kolkata, customers line up for hours to grab their share. Jogai has been selling Nolen Gur for nearly 30 years, continuing a legacy passed down from his father. For many, queuing outside stores for these clay pots is more than a shopping trip. It's a ritual, a nostalgic thread connecting them to Bengal's heritage. Shibendu is a chronicler of Bengal's cultural and culinary heritage. His Mishti walks explore the city's history through sweets. We spent an afternoon with him walking around and sampling Nolen Gur Mishti from North Kolkata's iconic shops, while he shared fascinating stories about this winter speciality.
Hi, we are right now on Ramdulal Sharkar Street. This lane has the highest concentration of Mishti Dokan, sweet shops in Bengal. Right behind me, this is the VIP sweet shop called the Girish Chandra De Nokur Chandra Nondi. It's phenomenal. The mishtis they make, they specialize in Sandesh. And right now it's winter, it's January, and they have lots of Nolen Gur Sandesh also. It's my favorite. Bengal is known for its gur or jaggery. You know, in the medieval times, the Gaur kingdom, the land of power, which is right now in the Malda district, that name Gaur itself comes from Gura. And of course, that was sugarcane jaggery. But what is Nolen Gur? Well, I think you can call it a biological miracle because it comes from khejur, that is date palm. It's a date palm jaggery, but the speciality of it is it only happens in winter in Bengal and only in Bengal. So it's more of a terroir product, you know, much like champagne is to France or maple syrup is to Canada.
Nolen Gur is finding a new life, moving beyond its traditional role to become an ingredient in modern dishes. Chefs and bartenders are using its smoky caramel-like flavor in creative ways, making sure it stays part of today's cuisine. At Sienna's store and cafe in Hindustan Park, South Kolkata, Bengal's flavors, crafts, and art have been celebrated for 9 years. Known for giving classic tastes a fresh twist, Chef Ovinandan Kundu leads a menu that tells the story of Bengal using Nolen Gur in clever ways, from desserts to coffee.
So, of course, I think Nolen Gur is cultural identity in Bengal, right? And we obviously, with the focus on Nolen Gur, sometimes we also forget about the other Gurs, which is your Taler Gur, your Khejurer Gur. Khejurer Gur is very little in Bengal, but winter means there's that big significance of Nolen Gur, and we essentially kind of use it. I think hero it in one specific dish, which is our Makha Sandesh. I mean, it's our version of a Makha Sandesh. It's not truly a Makha Sandesh in that sense. But the idea is that sort of that memory of having a Makha Sandesh with that fresh Nolen Gur, and that is where we are using it. Also, we are using it in a Nolen Gur latte, which is kind of like a fresh take on, you know, just a gur latte, but you get that slight smokiness and the fruit from Nolen Gur, which I think is always fun. You pull out your espresso shot and kind of add the Nolen Gur to it. With the Makha Sandesh especially, I think it's a purer and more unadulterated version of Nolen Gur, or the representation of it, because the chana is pretty much very lightly sweetened. What we do is kind of pour Nolen Gur along the sides. at least the earliest first memories of having Nolen Gur was Dida making pithe and side batite sort of putting Nolen Gur. And by my own admission, she's not the best. She was not the best cook. But there are obviously certain memories you always associate with, you know, growing up and especially with grandparents. And so কোথা থেকে একটা আমাদের ওই বাড়িতে একজন দিয়ে যেত নলেন গুড় মাটির কলসিতে, and Dida used to pour it out in this sort of steeler bati. I still remember that steeler bati. I don't have it anymore, but you have those steeler batis which you kind of pass through generations almost ওই বাটিতে, and then তার সাথে either মানে পিঠে না থাকলে রুটি, so ওই লাস্টের কয়েকটা খেতাম. And I think from there is where I've like had this excessively sweet tooth which I have now, but I think that's kind of stayed on that memory with me.
Nolen Gur is also finding its way onto the menus of bars and pubs as well. We step into AM/PM, an artisanal coffee and cocktail bar on Park Street, known for its elegant Art Deco-inspired interiors.
So Nolen Gur means that's a Bengal terms. So it's called the new Jaggery. So every winter we get this new Jaggery, which have this smoky, caramelly, woody flavor. So that's gonna give a very rich flavor into our cocktails, and we do serve with our coffees throughout the years. So this Jaggery, we can actually keep it, we preserve it as a patali, or we as in a cocktails we use as a jhola gur, which is like the liquid form of the Jaggery.
One of the most popular drinks is the signature AM/PM Old Fashioned, where the honeyed notes of Aberfeldy 12 are perfectly balanced by the smoky sweetness of Nolen Gur with hints of orange and a dash of Angostura bitters. Here, inventive bartenders are using local, seasonal ingredients like Nolen Gur to bring subtle, earthy layers to classic cocktails, bridging tradition with modern mixology. Like many traditional foods, Nolen Gur is under threat from climate change and rising demand. Its labor-intensive production depends on cold weather conditions and skilled tappers, and it's struggling to keep pace with modern consumption. Local organizations are stepping in to preserve its original flavors. Poshtik Life, for example, works to protect seasonal local foods from chemical contamination by promoting organic farming and sustainable practices.
Climate change is definitely affecting. The first thing is the temperature. Because of this global warming, temperatures are not always favorable to make gur. Even after the season have started, sometimes the temperature goes up. And as I said, with temperatures going beyond 14 or 15 degrees centigrade, it affects the quality of the gur. So that is one point. Another thing is with this temperatures going up, it really becomes difficult for the shuilis to make the gur. So in that case, they cannot utilize the entire season. So the business that which they are doing it to earn. So there also their earnings are getting affected because of the temperature change and the climate change that is taking place.
It's a reminder of just how delicate Nolen Gur really is, how much it depends on the right weather, the trees, and the skill of the shuilis. And as Shibindu explains, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye.
The Nolen Gur is a timestamp of Bengal's winter. So having a drop of Nolen Gur is basically kind of participating in a conversation that has been happening for centuries among the soil, the tree, the shuili, and the climate.